Konnichiwa minasan, Hirito desu, and welcome to the most anticipated video of my channel. Now for part 6, I asked you guys if you want me to include manga and light novel feats as well, and the majority said yes, which gave me more work to do, but still a fun experience nonetheless. We have come a long way since the very first Top 10 Harem Kings video. Never imagined I'd end up turning it into a series like this, but it was all made possible because of you guys. Well, before we start reminiscing too much, I present to you the ultimate Top 10 Harem Kings. Number 10, Negi Springfield from Negima. We know that he has a dozen chicks in his harem and that all the girls in the show love him. But besides kissing them whenever he made contracts with them and marrying Chisame, he doesn't do anything else. Number 9, Katsuragi Keima from The World God Only Knows. Well, Keima started off on a high note. His harem grew with every passing episode, kissed each and every one of them as well. Good lad. But even though many of them end up genuinely falling for him, much like my boy Negi, he ends up choosing Chihiro and her alone. Number 8, ITSUKI Yuge from Conception. There isn't much to say about my boy ITSUKI except for what was already said about him in part 2. He still earns a spot here for all the stuff he has done with and to the girls in his harem. And one more reason why my man is a true harem king is because the girls decided to abandon their world and come to his just because they loved him. Number 7, Minato Sahashi from Sekirei. One could say that the endgame of a harem king is to just have a shit ton of women and do stuff with them. Well, I beg to differ. The true endgame of a harem king is to step up his game and get over the last hurdle in the harem business. And that is to marry his women. Now, when I first talked about him, I mentioned that my man loved his Sekirei and they were all his lovers. Well, now my man married all his Sekirei. That's right, he ends up with 6 wives, which gives him a spot among the ultimate top 10 harem kings. Number 6, Kaoru from Redo of Healer. Well, I know many thought he was gonna end up being the first on this list, but it would seem that besides what we know from the anime, nothing much has changed. He still does the same old things we know he does, but his harem doesn't grow any more than from the girls we already know he has. Number 5, Peter Grill from Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. This man is married to 8 women, and he smashes each and every one of them more than they do in a hentai. What else do you want me to say about him? He's a true harem king. Number 4, KIZUNA HIDA from Hybrid X Heart Magias Academy ATARAXIA. Well, after reading on this harem king, I found out that he has 20 or so ladies in his harem, which he does all sorts of things with. But the one thing that I might add is that my man Hida went as far as going all Sweet Home Alabama. I'm gonna leave it at that because I like to stay monetized, thank you very much. Number 3, Mochizuki TOUYA from In Another World with My Smartphone. This man married 9 wives, and upon further inspection on his relationship, this man also has 9 kids. That's 1 child with each of his ladies. My man is a beast. Number 2, TOUJO BASARA from The Testament of a Sister New Devil. My man Basara, who was first place in the original Top 10 Harem Kings video, has surprised me. Indeed he has. This man ends up with 8 wives and 8 unborn kids. One might say that TOUYA should have been here due to the fact that he has more wives and kids than Basara. But the main reason why Basara is above him is that my man was being all lovey-dovey, get in my bed honey since day 1. And there are still some other babes who love him who are not part of his main 8. Ladies and gentlemen, my man is truly a harem king. Number 1, Issei HYOUDOU from High School DxD. If I were to talk about everything I found out about Issei, the video would last for over an hour. This man has done it all, from making all the girls his brides to having his harem grow even more than what we originally know. I mean, even Kuroka got in on the fun. He even proposed to all of them. The amount of love, respect, and devotion these girls have for him is absolutely insane, not to mention that they all want to have a gazillion kids with him. Spoiler alert, so stop the video now and skip to the end if you don't want to hear what comes next. In volume 11, Issei dies, and the reactions of the girls are just extraordinary. Asya aims to commit suicide, Akeno disconnects herself from reality itself, so on and so forth. This man truly deserves to stand as the head of the ultimate top 10 harem kings. Well, weepsters, that's that. We have finally come to the end. And it's been a wild ride, especially with this last video. I had to read up so much that I was tearing up with every outrageous thing I found out about these guys. But it was fun nonetheless. Thank you all for sticking with me and this amazing series. I know many people want me to continue it. So if you guys really want me to continue making this series, then get this video to 500 likes. If you do that, then I'll keep going. And don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, folks, I've been Hirito, and I will see you all in the next video. Johnny.